Hi, I'm Autumn Eisen, and this is my Introduce Yourself presentation. For me, most of my life seems to be just one big blur of events, but looking back at everything allows me to see that the significant events that have taken place in my life from day one until right now is what made me who I am. These events have helped me to understand that change is good, and even though it is difficult sometimes, it is definitely worth it in the end. I was born and raised in a small town of Newberry, Michigan, located in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. It is approximately an hour and 15 minutes northwest of the Mackinac Bridge, and the total population consists of about 3,000 people. When it comes to small town USA, Newberry hits the nail on the head. Saying I know most people in my town is an understatement. My mom always likes to talk about the fact that I was one of the last babies born at the Helen Newberry Joy Hospital before the birthing unit was shut down, and now the nearest birthing unit is at least an hour away from Newberry. Some of the nurses that were on call when I was born are still working at the hospital currently, and I see them around our town quite often. When I graduated from Newberry High School in 2013, my graduating class consisted of 52 students, and we all knew each other by name. Almost all of the students I graduated with had been in the same grade and classes with me since we started kindergarten together. I was adopted by my father around age 4 or 5 when he and my biological mother got married. I did not know my biological father, but that's okay with me. Going from having only a single mom and a brother and my grandparents to having a mom, a dad, 2 brothers, a sister, an aunt, uncles, 2 more grandparents, and quite a large extended family was difficult for me to grasp at first, but luckily I was young enough so that I was able to adapt to the changes quickly. My biological father gave up custodial rights of my brother and I when we were very young. I do not remember him leaving, but my mom says that it was a very scary and hard adjustment for all of us to get used to. My mom finally met a great guy with children of his own who was still willing to take my brother and I in and treat us as his own. When my mom and dad decided to get married, my brother and I were so excited. The thought of having a dad who not only loved my mom but also loved my brother and I as his own was like a dream. It is weird how everything worked out, but I'm grateful for the dad I ended up with because I wouldn't be half the person I am today without him in my life. If there is one thing I have learned over all these years, it is the difference between a father and a dad. A father is someone who helps with the physical part of creating a child, but a dad is someone who helps raise, support, and guide that child through their life without thinking twice about biology. Moving to Mount Pleasant to attend college was a huge step for me to take because I had never moved before. The house my parents still live in now is the house I was raised in from birth. Leaving home was difficult for me, but it is what brought me to Mount Pleasant and also in what ultimately brought me to CMU. It has definitely been a roller coaster ride trying to figure out what I wanted to major in, but now that I realize I really like accounting, I'm hoping things will turn around. When my boyfriend and I first moved to Mount Pleasant to attend college in 2013, I was very nervous about starting my first college class and being so far away from home. There were so many new changes going on in my life all at once that I became homesick very quickly. Change was a scary concept for me because the thought of moving 3.5 hours away from the only home I've ever known was very terrifying at first. But now I am glad that I chose to move to Mount Pleasant to attend Mid-Michigan Community College for my freshman year because it took me out of my comfort zone and allowed me to adapt to an environment that I was not used to. I have met a lot of great people in the past 4 years, and in my case, the risk was definitely worth the reward. When I look back at the significant events that took place in my life, it allows me to see that all of the changes that happened in my life from the day I was born until right now have made me who I am. These events help me to understand that change is good, and even though it is difficult sometimes, it is definitely worth it in the end.